Hello nibbies, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, hi, hello, I'm Nips, a freelance artist. Today we're going to be working on some doodles that I actually did quite some time ago on stream. I still had VODs and I figured I'd use them, and it's been kind of busy lately, so now is a good time to throw them up for the weekly schedule. I held on to the VOD as long as I could because they're not my proudest doodles, except maybe for the last one. When I did these, I was very, very rusty. And a lot of the times when I go on stream, I feel like this feeling for me never gets old. I know everyone is very, very different. At least for me personally as an artist, I always have to work myself up to draw on stream. I have to be ready to fail. I have to be ready to potentially create some very bad art publicly. When I say bad, I don't mean like the art doesn't have any value per se. What I mean is like it doesn't meet the expectations, I guess, of my audience. I feel like as a creator, we all pretty much have like a baseline expectation for the content that we create. And so I always either try to meet it or exceed it. And there are a lot of times that I just psych myself out or I just don't meet it at all. And I get really scared. I feel like a disappointment. I feel like I question my entire worth as an artist, and I question whether I even know how to draw. And let me tell you, baby, like I am 30, all right? Like, I'm not getting any younger, and I age shame myself. I'm like, dude, there's a bunch of prodigies who are like 12 and are drawing much better than me, and I'm here like 10 plus years into my career, and I'm still like flopping and, you know, like, and a lot of this, I will say, is, which is why I've been going back to the fundamentals, is just practice. A lot of practice helps with consistency and just being able to do things in any situation. And when you're rusty, you know, you lack practice, you're kind of, you know, not warmed up, and your fundamentals aren't very good, like me, then you end up with drawings that take you a lot longer than they should. Not to say that pieces should take you a certain amount of time, but they could definitely be quicker if you had practice or if you were more knowledgeable with certain things, if that makes any sense. Certain poses, for example, or certain head angles will take me way longer than they should, I guess, for how long I've been drawing, because I haven't had enough practice with either the fundamentals of anatomy or perspective in order for me to execute those comfortably. And so when I did these, the first Koga one I was not proud of at all. This one was a character from Hades, and I had been wanting to draw a character from Hades for so long. I absolutely love the character designs. I've already posted me drawing Nyx, and I did these before I did those, but like I said, I've been holding on to this bod for quite some time, and I just did not do this character justice at all. I'm so disappointed and upset. So hopefully I will be able to redraw them, maybe after I play the game, do it a little bit more justice. I feel like my fear of not performing on stream is just a combination and layering of so many things. And so I know I say this pretty frequently on my videos, but yeah, going back to the fundamentals and really understanding and breaking things down. Unfortunately, things will get worse before they get better. I don't know how much worse, everyone is different, but when you're learning something new, expect to not be good at it immediately. And that's something that I'm still learning. I still get mad at myself when I'm like learning something and I just this, don't learn it immediately. I'm like, bitch, what's wrong with you? Like, why don't you fucking know this? Why don't you just pick this up immediately? What's going on? Are you broken? And I'm like struggling to accept the fact that I will not be good at something the first time I do it. It's hard because, especially when you've built up such, I wouldn't say a high expectation, but when you've built up a pretty quote unquote solid expectation pretty far into your career as an artist, or any career, I'm assuming, it's really hard for you to like quote unquote suck all of a sudden. That's gonna sound weird. Like, it's just lower. I don't know. I don't want to like quantify the quality of like creative pieces. I'm a mess right now. But you know, hopefully you know what I mean, right? Like all of a sudden it changes and people are like, oh, it's just like, this is it. Like, this is where they fall off, or like they're washed up, or, you know. And the answer is yes, I am washed up, but I'm trying to get better. So it is going to be hard. You're basically improving in front of your audience. And it'll not get as bad for everyone. It really depends on you, but I would say be comfortable with quote unquote being bad in front of people if that's something that you're going to do, and just accept the reality that it's necessary for you to get better. So that's what I've been doing as of late, and I'm really trying, but I feel like I'm just such a slow learner. Like when I get things, I get them. I get them really well. But in order for me to get to that point where I get them, and it's not everything, it's like certain things, and my spatial awareness is pretty, at least like, especially in drawing, is pretty bad. And so it takes me a while to get it, but once I get it, I feel really comfortable. So I'm just praying. I'm just doodling and scribbling and praying that I get to the point that I feel comfortable. I know this is gonna sound weird, because I know a lot of people tell me like, oh, your perspective is really cool and your angles and your poses and stuff, but let me tell you that a lot of it is like fake it till you make it. And I'm quote unquote comfortable with flow. That's what I'm comfortable with. I'm comfortable with flow, but I'm not comfortable with what I'm making flow, if that makes any sense. So I know how to make pretty much anything flow, but the anything part is what I'm struggling with. My sense of anatomy isn't as strong or as accurate as I'd like it to be, perspective either, or backgrounds, or just shapes and stuff in general, but my sense of flow is pretty strong, so I can bend that lack of knowledge pretty well and kind of mask it into something that looks believable. I think I'm just outing myself. I don't even know if I should be saying this. Like, I'm straight up outing myself as an artist. Like, oh my God, hopefully I don't regret this, but like, that's really what it is. Maybe you guys will be able to see it once I say this, but yeah, anyway, that's really what it is. Out of all of the three, this is definitely my favorite one. I absolutely love this girl's character design. Jackie from Eternal Return, something, Survival? Yeah, I absolutely love this character's design. This was a sketch request stream, so I always love sketch request streams because I get characters in shows and stuff that I never would have come up with myself, because I either don't play the games, have never watched the shows, just never really been exposed to the stuff that I'm being requested. So I just love it. You just get that variety. If you ever need some practice out of your comfort zone, just ask people, you know, what to draw, do some doodles of those things. They always help, surprisingly. This one I really like. I like her outfit choices. This was one that maybe in the future I'll end up coloring because I think this would make a really cool print. You know, just saying. Let me know what you think down below because I've been thinking about this drawing for quite some time, but the actual time to execute it is not there. But I've been wanting to turn this into an actual print for a while now. So let me know if you guys like this doodle, and maybe I'll stream it one day and just go ham for like 20 hours and do it all in one sitting because that's healthy. I typically do sketches where I splash color. It's really hard for me to do black and white sketches on stream. For those of you that have consumed my work, know that I need to add color to everything. I just love, like, adding the colors, like that final touch. And people that can animate, like make the drawings move, that's like next level. But I'm not an animator, so for me, the next level is to add color. And it was so hard for me to just really stick with black and white. And sometimes it's just good, like you don't need to go the whole way, and sometimes it's just good to practice your line weight, keep things sketchy, practice your shape, your form. But yeah, just to practice in general, more simplistic things. I always feel the need to finish, quote unquote, like finish everything instead of just like scribble. Where I do feel comfortable doing that actually is my sketchbooks, which is why in my traditional sketchbooks, I have a lot of like scribbles and doodles. I don't know why when I do digital, except when I'm on my iPad. On my iPad, I feel more free to like scribble. But man, there is something about digital that I always feel the need to go overboard. I wonder if it's because traditionally I'm not very good at adding colors unless I'm like straight up painting with like gouache or like watercolor. It's not like I don't really have an easy choice to add color. So it almost becomes like I have to keep it at a doodly level. This is something that I've been struggling with for the last like couple months, is just understanding that evolution requires like learning and going out of your comfort zone, and that is going to cause, you know, some fluctuations in the quote unquote quality of your work. That's okay, you know, if it's all for the sake of learning and for having fun above all, because at the end of the day, that's hopefully why we draw, right? Or we do whatever it is that we like. So yeah, stay strong, keep practicing, and know that yes, practicing is stressful sometimes and you get really frustrated, but hopefully at the end of the day, you'll enjoy the practice because you'll know that in the long run, it'll be worth it and you're gonna see the fruits of your labor. So yeah, like, comment down below what you thought of the video. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe, join the Nibby family, the more the merrier, and I will see you guys next video. Bye.